Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
As most of you know by now, 2 days ago, there was a class action lawsuit filed against former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton and former SEC Director William Hinman. And this was filed by XRP community member and attorney Fred Rispoli. Well, now we get news today, just a few hours ago, the news broke that the lawsuit has actually been dismissed. But it's not like it was thrown out by the judge. This is actually voluntarily pulled by Fred Rispoli. And why? Well, I'm going to share with you the specifics, but the decision was made after Fred had a conversation with attorney John Deaton. And so I'm going to share with you just some quick details on exactly what the rationale is for this. I'm going to have feedback for you, the latest feedback from attorney John Deaton, as well as a comment from attorney Jeremy Hogan on this. So before going further, though, I do want to be clear. I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And by the way, so I'm not going to get into the specifics of what the lawsuit was about. For those that are curious, I did a couple days ago put out a video where I went pretty in depth in this thing. The initial lawsuit that was filed by Fred Rispoli, it was 25 pages long, and I think it did an excellent job breaking down all of the specifics having to do with all the improprieties that we've been highlighting. The fact that old Billy Boy Hinman got $15 million freaking dollars from his former law firm Simpson Thacher while working at the SEC. An alleged retirement, which I think was a retirement in name only, and then he went back to working for Simpson Thacher, so he unretired from his fake retirement, really, and upon leaving the SEC, really highlighted in incredible detail all of those facts. So I broke a lot of that down, but again, it has been pulled. So why? Well, let's go to Fred Rispoli himself. Here's the comments that he put out just a bit earlier today, and I'll let him pretty much just speak for himself, and then I'll give you the feedback from attorney Deaton, and as well as a comment from attorney Jeremy Hogan. So here it is from Fred Rispoli, who filed the class action lawsuit against Clayton and Hinman. Update time. We've received an enormous number of responses from prospective class members interested in signing up for the class. The supportive comments and the emails are extremely encouraging, so, again, thank you. Nearly my entire attorney career has been dedicated to fighting for clients whose lives are devastated by terrible abuse and neglect. Here we seek to establish a class of XRP Ledger Network users, which means those people are in the forefront of my mind at all waking hours. And I'll just pause to note, the amount of celebration, let's say, on social media, in particular Twitter, when this news broke a couple days ago that somebody was finally going after Clayton and Hinman, it was like pure jubilation, and understandably so. We all want to see Clayton and Hinman pay for the bad things that they've done. There seems to be very serious implications of impropriety, so I'll leave it to the legal guys to discuss whether or not actual laws are broken, but at a minimum, there are some moral hazards and some ethical hazards that are disgusting as far as we're all concerned. So it was very nice to see this. So you might hear on the surface be like, wait, it's been dismissed and he's pulling it back voluntarily. Why? Well, hear him out. It doesn't mean that this is completely over forever. So check this out. Fred continues. Since the April 11th filing, there has been a lot going on behind the scenes that, unfortunately, I can't fully discuss publicly due to attorney-client privilege issues and other attorney requirements and obligations. I apologize for this and recognize it is frustrating. Even though all the information in the complaint is public knowledge, our case brought those facts together in a way that crystallized the magnitude and extent of the unprecedented situation that is happening to XRP network users. And by the way, I'll note this before reading the next comment from Fred Rispoli. He did call William Hinman Willie within this document, which I thought was funny. He also called Jay Clayton Homer consistently throughout the entire thing, and I've talked about this already, but I want to make sure everybody knows before I read this next comment, or else it's not going to make any sense. While funny and intended to disrespect Jay Clayton and William Hinman because they're not respectable individuals, which that's my perspective. I have zero respect for them. They harmed people. They absolutely materially harmed people while making a bunch of money themselves. Despite that fact, it struck me in the beginning, it was like, okay, it's funny, but should you really call him Willie and Homer in a document that you're filing? My position is no. I state that with all respect to Fred for filing this thing, but he seems to have come to the same conclusion after getting feedback from the community, and so he wrote the following. To the case itself. First, Homer and Willie. Calling Clayton and Hinman Homer and Willie was unprofessional and disrespectful. Purposefully so, because I do not respect them and cannot respect them unless there is a sincere apology and restitution. These two received a letter from former SEC Commissioner Joseph Grunfest, telling them that their proposed course of action, quote, will most likely cause billions of dollars of losses to innocent third-party holders, end quote. Knowing that, these two intentionally ruined thousands of innocent lives. Nevertheless, name-calling was too far upon reflection. And while I do not respect the defendants, I do greatly respect our judicial system and the people that serve as judges. Rest assured, an amended complaint was drafted shortly thereafter that modified the names and refers to the defendants by their birth names. The amended complaint will not be filed in the near-term future. However, for the following reason. After many hours of preparation and legal research, I am confident our case should not have an effect on other litigation. But during this past week, I have been contacted by various entities about things happening behind the scenes that I had no way of knowing prior to initiating our suit. To be clear, this information is generalized, may not even be true, and none of it is pertained in any way to settlement issues in the ongoing SEC vs. Ripple case. But it has changed the calculus of our case. Although I've spoken to many, I also contacted attorney John Deaton to discuss. Based on all the information I have learned in the past week, in addition to my discussion with John, I strongly feel it is in the best interests for XRP network users to let coming events play out over the next few months with our case on the sidelines, for now. Because of the recent developments, we will be voluntarily withdrawing the active case in Arizona, again, for now, as additional evidence obtained by others is likely coming out in the immediate future. So pause. Let me pause right there. I wonder what that's going to be. What do you know, Fred, that we don't know yet? I am very curious. I'm always scrounging the internet for every little bit, especially social media, for every little bit of information that I can possibly get from people that might be in the know. So I am curious what it is that what may have specifically changed the calculus there, but totally respect the decision. And folks, we're not done yet. I still got a little bit more from Fred here, but fear not. It doesn't mean that Clayton and Hinman are getting away with this. Looks like there might be a little bit of delayed justice, but hey, if it's a calculated move and he thinks that it makes sense and he knows things that we don't know, who am I to judge? Who are we to judge, frankly? I just, as long, and especially as long as it's not going to mess up the SEC versus Ripple case, I'm all good on that front, right? And then Fred states the following. This new evidence will make our case against Hinman and Clayton much stronger. Make no mistake, I'm not going anywhere. Shannon's not going anywhere. This is pause for those of you that weren't caught up to speed until now. Shannon was the original plaintiff named in the lawsuit, so it's a class action and other people could sign up, but that's who he's referencing. Shannon was the original complainant. And then Fred states, and I know the XRP network users are not going anywhere. So if you are interested in joining the class, you may still submit contact info and are encouraged to do so. Details will come to be updated and provided on pinned tweets. This community is so strong, but remember, it is like that because of respect, unity, and willingness to treat others in good faith. Finishing this challenge requires we remain dedicated to these principles. Hashtag XRP Army. Golf clap for Mr. Ripple, everybody. Well said, well said. And like I've said many times, the XRP community, indeed, he's hitting the nail on the head there at the end. The XRP community is the best community in all of crypto, period. So he thinks that the case is going to be even stronger, and it makes strategic sense for him to delay, even though he still doesn't, and he insists, and that's fine. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. He insists that his case wouldn't harm the SEC versus Ripple case, but it looks like maybe he's going to wait for that to play out entirely. If there's additional evidence that he can throw into his suit, his class action lawsuit, fantastic, and we'll see what happens with it. So I'll continue to keep you posted as things unfold. Now, Attorney John Deaton retweeted that thread from Fred Rispoli, and John said the following. Fred contacted me and we discussed the case he filed in Arizona federal court. Fred informed me that after he read the Hinman emails retrieved by Empower Oversight related to Hinman's blatant violation of conflicts of interest, he felt compelled to act. I share Fred's frustration. After a lengthy discussion about strategy and timing, to Fred's credit, he made the decision to withdraw in the best interests of all XRP holders. I'm confident at some point in the future, after the Ripple case is resolved and XRP is declared a non-security, justice is coming. Ooh, gotta hear that. Gotta love that, rather. Here's what attorney Jeremy Hogan had to say. The XRP community is amazing. Lawyer Fred Rispoli spends days and days putting together his lawsuit, and he and his client decide to take a dismissal for now for the greater XRP good. That is such a rare thing to see among lawyers. Makes me warm and fuzzy. And so there you go. Pretty cool stuff to see all around. If it's going to make the case even stronger, again, look, I just want justice to be done. As far as I'm concerned, I'm willing to be patient. I'm actually a very patient person.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.